Well, hi, folks. I'm Farmer Dan. Before I started farming 8 years ago, I had no idea. And I'll bet because you're not a farmer that to this day you have no idea. What am I talking about? Well, it's something so straightforward as knowing the story behind the food on your plate. You'd be amazed. I know I still am. I'm also disturbed, especially about the meat and specifically the beef. The factory farm beef that they sell in supermarkets is bad. It really is bad for you and bad for the animals. Take that ground beef that you buy. It's not from one cow, it's a mix of hundreds of cows. And the steak you buy is full of antibiotics. They didn't give the cows antibiotics because they were sick, but they give it to prevent them from becoming sick due to the amount and the kind of feed that the cattle are given to fatten them up. You see, cattle in feedlots are fed corn, which is not a natural feed for a cow. Its rumen, its stomach, isn't designed to digest corn. But factory farms feed cows corn and antibiotics to fatten them up quick because quick equals profit. And just for example, let's take that chuck roast. Well, that came from a cow that was treated inhumanely, poked with electric cattle prods in a pen with no grass in sight, crowded with thousands of other cattle. This is just the way it is. Now, shouldn't you know something about the meat on your plate? Shouldn't you know before you slice that steak and take your first bite, where did that cow come from? Sometimes at the grocery store, I'll hang out and I'll be around the meat cases and I'll be watching people as they shop and they pick up the packages and they examine them, right? Looking for, and I wonder, what are they looking for? Do they wonder if the meat contains antibiotics? Because there are no stickers on the meat in the supermarket that will tell you about any of this. It's not required. In fact, the USDA no longer requires meat producers to put what country the meat came from on the label. Over 90% of the beef labeled grass-fed in the supermarket comes from Australia. Now, I know a way around this lack of transparency. Buy from a farmer you know. Stop buying factory farm beef. Start buying from a farmer with a name and a reputation. And see if they will tell you what I'm about to tell you. The beef you buy from us, it came from our farm here in Maine. On our pastures, our cattle never eat grain, only grass, 100% of the time, including hay, which is just harvested grass in the winter. We don't use antibiotics, ever. We treat our herd humanely. We don't even own an electric cattle prod. We love our cattle. They're part of our farm. We process our beef 30 minutes away, just up the road, at a family-owned USDA processor in Guilford, Maine. Our customers know the story of the meat that they're serving their family tonight. My question for you, do you? I'm Farmer Dan. Thanks for listening.